do it like this.
Give me the word I gave you. That's the word I gave you. You're still giving me a word that does not rhyme. That has the same beginning sound. I want the same end sound. Oh, let's see if I can computer as I
I found the belly button.
Oh wait, I can show you what it is.
It's the belly button.
Oh my god, it's right here.
One plus one is 0.
So read
It's
the
a
ending.
This is the belly button.
Good, erase them on your center.
I was 6.
Give me if it works. I know you heard it.
I want to name it.
Perfect. You're so focused on that SH. You forgot what I was asking. Perfect. Erasing go to your center.
Waiting for the finish.
I said do not ever put the green. The dog button. Where's the dog? Ooh, his belly button. He wants to. Wait, the dog book is in there? Yeah.
What? Look at your friends and see. Because I don't know either because I don't have your. Look at Eloise. Eloise, tell me about friends. We did not beat the timer this morning, so I want us to all clean up silently. I'm going to pass you out books. You are not opening them because friends are still packing up. Yeah, they're still trying to put away their work. So do not open these books when I hand them to you. Eloise is going to help me pass them out because she's our star this week. So please just silently wait and remember we are not opening these books. They're right here. Okay. Just take a few of them and then pass them. Remember, we are not opening these books. But please hurry up and put your stuff away so that we may begin on time. know the expectations, and I'm proud. All right, you can put your books down. So what did we talk about last Thursday? If anyone could remember what we talked about last, you weren't here, it's okay. We're going to review it, Kai. Hope you had a good time. We're going to talk about, what did we talk about last Thursday? Anyone remember at all? Edie?
We talked about that next week we're gonna read the grasshopper and the ants.
Yeah, so what type of story is that called? It starts with an F. Gotcha. Can you help her out? Fables. So we are talking about fables this week. Remember, y'all, we watched a video. What are some of the components? What are some of the features that we can see in a fable? There was a multiple of them. Someone just give me one. Doc Schiff. They're short. Miles.
That it's outside.
They happen outside. Rashawn. So what's that called? You're giving me the what? How about a friend to help you out? Ruth Ellen? Oh, you're going to say something else? What were you going to say? I'll get to you. They're all with animals. Fables all have animals in them. TJ?
They teach a life lesson.
There you go, Rashawn. That's what it was right there. It's a moral lesson. All fables have have a moral lesson. One more thing, Paris.
The main characters have to be an animal.
Yes, main character. Yep. Edie. Last one. Who were they made by? You remember the author's name? Starts with an A. Miles. Ooh, Coach Jackson. Aesop. We are talking about some Aesop's fables today. So that is what a fable is. A fable, all the characters are animals. It teaches us a moral lesson. So is the lesson gonna be, is the author gonna tell us the lesson right away? Is he gonna tell us in the book, the lesson of the story is blah, 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 blah? No. We have to read in detail what we think the lesson is. We have to be investigators. We have to be detectives and try to find out what the lesson is. All right? So today we are going to begin. We're going to read one of the books in the beginning, before ancillary, and then we're going to read The Tortoise and the Hare. We're going to read The Tortoise and the Hare after we come back at second ancillary, okay? Because we're going to watch a video about the ant and the grasshopper, and then we're going to read about it, and then we're going to talk about it. It's going to be great. I'm really excited.
Me too.
I know. I actually read, I read The Ant and the Grasshopper last night, actually, and I loved it. So I am so ready to talk to y'all about today. Raise your hand. I don't know if I did this last week, but raise your hand if you ever read The Ant and the Grasshopper. A few? Could someone tell me who has read it before? Who do you think our main characters are? Doc Schiff. The ants and the grasshopper. Yes. Does anyone think that they know what the story is going to be about? Not to my friends who read it. If you read it, put your hand down. But to my friends who have not read it, what do you think the story will be about?
Well, I watched it on YouTube when I was years old.
I'll ask someone else then. Nicole.
No, but I forgot it.
Okay, now come back. Okay, Paris, what do you think it's going to be about?
I only read the Lion and the Mouse one.
Oh, okay.
When I was years old.
Okay.
That was the one I read.
All right, so I'm going to ask someone else, okay? All right, Miles. Okay, so see, we don't really know much about it at first, right? We have to read into detail and see what our story is going to be about. So as we are reading through our story, we're going to do a lot of what and what. What do we always do when we read stories, Cora? Notice and wonder. We are going to do a lot of noticing and wondering, okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I
Okay. So everyone open up your book to the first page. It's 1A. Do not miss it. 1A. Oh, this should not have any talking. We're opening up to 1A. The first page. So flip again, Dave Cobb. There you go. And I am going to read it to you, and then we are going to talk about it, and then we're going to watch a video about it, okay? But I'm only going to put the video on though if we are really good listeners, okay? When I read, I'm going to read with the pointer, and I want you to read with your pointer. So your pointer finger. I want you to follow along as I'm reading. These are going to be, don't use your pencil. Actually, pencil's in the bucket. I don't need pencils right now. Y'all remember my throat's not well, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of shouting. I'm just going to hand out conducts. You are going to read along as I read along because there's going to be some words that you may be unfamiliar with. Okay? Ready? I'm going to read. So remember, you are noticing and wondering, you are following along with the story, and you are listening. Okay? The ants and the grasshopper. One bright day in late autumn, a family of ants were bustling about in the warm sunshine, drying out the grain they had stored up during the summer, when a starving grasshopper, his spittle under his arm, came up and humbly begged for a bite to eat. I want all of us to think about just now what we've read. So could someone tell me, we're going to pause right here, could someone tell me what we just read? Addie, what we just read about. What's happening right now? No, the grasshopper wants to eat. Hallie Joe. Okay, so he was asking the ants. What are we noticing? Kai, what did you notice?
That the grasshopper did not.
Love to hear it, Kai. That was beautiful. What are we wondering now? Me too, Miles. I'm wondering what the grasshopper is begging to eat. What about Brian? What else are you wondering? I wonder why the grasshopper didn't store up any food. All right, let's read along. What? Cried the ants in surprise. Haven't you stored anything away for the winter? What in the world were you doing all last summer? I didn't have time to store up any food, whined the grasshopper. I was so busy making music that before I knew it, the summer was gone. The ants shrugged their shoulders in disgust. What does that mean, to shrug? I want someone to show me an example of how to shrug your shoulders in disgust. Let me see. Jordan, let me see you shrug your shoulders in disgust. Ooh, that was good. That was good. So Jordan did this. Like, tough luck. I don't know what to tell you. That's basically what the ants are saying. They're like, I don't know. You should have stored up your food. Let's continue on. We're at the last paragraph. Making music worried entire story. And now I'm going to read it one more time without stopping so that we can see the full picture. We know the whole outline of the story now. And now I'm going to read it in full so that we can really understand it. Okay, ready? So put your finger at the beginning of the paragraph. I'm going to read it without stopping. One bright day in late autumn, a family of ants were bustling about in the warm sunshine, drying out the grain they had stored up during the summer. When a starving grasshopper, his fiddle under his arm, came up and humbly begged for a bite to eat. "What?" cried the ants in surprise. "Haven't you stored anything away for the winter? What in the world were you doing all last summer?" "I didn't have time to store up any food," whined the grasshopper. "I was so busy making music that before I knew it, the summer was gone." The ants shrugged their shoulders in disgust. "Making music, were you?" they cried. "Very well, now dance." And they turned their backs on the grasshopper and went on with their work.
That's sad.
So I want someone to think, I want us to think for a second. We already know this, we already wondered, now we have all of our answers. Can someone tell me what they think, ooh, y'all cannot see any of that before. Someone tell me what they think the moral of our story is. I want us to put our hands down. Give us a second to think. The grasshopper, I'm going to explain it to you. The grasshopper didn't store up any food in the summertime. He didn't do any work in the summer. All he did was just played around. Okay? Think about y'all. Say that you were playing all summer. I don't know if you'll have summer work, but say you did none of your summer work until the first day of school. Mrs. Daly asks, "Well, why didn't you do your summer work?" And you're like, "I was just playing." And she's like, "Well, then that's a 0. Think about it like that. The grasshopper was playing his fiddle. Does anyone know what a fiddle is?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick. A fiddle, Jackson, what's a fiddle? It's a type of instrument. Anyone else know what a fiddle is? Miles?
It's an instrument that it looks like it's tall, but you play it with this thing that has a one string, and then you look.
Yes, that's really good. I'm trying to pull the fiddle. That fiddle kind of looks like, a violin. That's what a fiddle is. So the grasshopper was playing that instead. So think about it. He was playing that all summer. He didn't do any of the work that he was supposed to do. When winter came, he begged. He begged the ants, "Oh, can I please have some of your food?" The ants said, "No, I did all my work. You should have gotten your own food. Tough luck. We're not sharing with you. You should have done your work." What is the lesson of the story? So think about how to phrase it in your head. What is the lesson of the story, Kai?
You should do your work because if you don't, you might not get what you need.
Oh, Kai, that was really, really great. If you don't do your work, then stuff won't get done, and then you'll suffer. I love it. Daksha, what's another? Can you think about a lesson? That was it, but you can word it any way you like. I just want to hear what you think.
If you don't and you ask another people, you can say, "You didn't have to do it last time."
Okay. Paris.
I brought one of those to school before.
What?
I brought a fiddle to school before.
Oh, okay, what's the lesson of the story?
And it now, since he didn't do the things he's supposed to do, so he don't get the food he needs.
He's gonna be what in the summer? In the winter. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna be in the winter?
Hungry,
Oh.
and he won't have food.
Because he did.
From starvation.
Because he did what in the summer?
Play the fiddle all day.
Yeah, he didn't do any of the work he was supposed to do. So that's our moral lesson. If you don't do the work you're supposed to do, then you're gonna have nothing. You have to do your work, or there's gonna be consequences, right?
Deprivation.
There's going to be consequences. And that can relate to us. How can that relate to us at Mayfair? Ooh, think real hard. How can that lesson relate to us in real life? Because remember, part of fables is that they can relate to us. They're telling us a lesson. Jordan, how can that relate to us at Mayfair as students? If we don't do what, then what? So say a sentence. Give me a sentence. Okay. What about if I don't complete my work? Well, I will get a conduct. Could that be the lesson, but at Mayfair?
Yeah.
From their ant and the grasshopper? I think so. Cora, can you think about one? Another one? Okay, that's similar, yeah. That could be similar and related somehow, yeah. Daksha? Yeah, that could be another one. We're going to watch a video now that is going to tell us and show us a visual outline of the story and what it looks like. Because I know sometimes it can be hard for us to imagine the story. So now we're going to watch a short video on what the story looks like. So I want everyone to be quiet and face the board. I'm going to show you the video because y'all are so good at helping me answer the questions. So remember the moral of our story, the moral lesson of our story, and now we are going to look at a video about it.
The Grasshopper and the Ants, an Aesop's fable with a focus on vocabulary. One warm spring day, a grasshopper was playing in a grassy green field when he noticed a line of ants marching along carrying some seeds. "Where are you going with that big load?" the grasshopper asked one of them. "We're taking these seeds to our nest," squeaked the ant. "But it's such a beautiful day," said the grasshopper. "Come and have fun with me." "No," said the ant. "I think you should come work with us. It's going to be a long winter with lots of snow. You had better start storing your food now." "Why worry about the winter? It's only spring, and there's lots of food everywhere," said the grasshopper as he chewed on a large blade of grass. All through the spring, the grasshopper did nothing except eat and sleep and play. He became quite fat. One day, during the summer, the grasshopper saw the long line of ants again. They were all carrying grains of wheat. "Where are you going with all that wheat?" the grasshopper asked. "We are taking it to our nest to save for winter," said one of the ants. "You should gather some wheat too. It's going to be a long winter with lots of snow." "I have all the food that I need right now," said the grasshopper. "Why worry about winter? It's still summer." All summer, the grasshopper did nothing but eat, sleep, and play. He became even fatter. One day, the grasshopper noticed that leaves were falling from the trees. Autumn had come. Among the leaves, he again saw the long line of ants, all carrying kernels of corn. "Where are you going with that corn?" the grasshopper asked one of the ants. The ant replied, "We are taking it to our nest to save for winter. You should gather some corn too. It's going to be a long winter with lots of snow." "That's too much work," said the grasshopper. "Winter is not here yet, and when it comes, I am sure I will be able to find some food." A few weeks later, winter came, and the snow began to fall. Just as the ants had predicted, the snow was very deep. This was not a problem for the ants, though. They were all snug in their nest with lots of good food to eat. The grasshopper, however, had trouble finding food. He was very hungry and very miserable all winter. By the the time winter had ended, the grasshopper had learned a valuable lesson. It is important to prepare for the future. Moral of the story, work today for what you will need tomorrow.
We all heard that?
The end.
That is a different way that we can word the moral of the story. Work today for tomorrow. Can someone tell me what that really means? Work today for tomorrow, Laura. Work right now for the future. Would you want to be more like the ants or the grasshopper? Edie. Why would you want to be like the ants?
Because the grasshopper didn't do anything. He was just like playing and sleeping and
Playing his what?
and playing his
Fiddle.
fiddle.
Yes. So I'm going to teach y'all about who agrees with Edie. Who agrees with Edie? I think everyone should agree with Edie. We shouldn't put our work aside. So I'm going to teach y'all a word. Does anyone know what the word procrastinating means? Ooh, I don't think. Procrastinating. Can anyone give me a guess of what they think it means? Jordan? Not quite. Who's that? Elena? Not quite. Procrastinating means to do something later. So say that I have an assignment, or say that you have homework that's due tomorrow, and you're like, I'm just gonna go play instead. I'll do my homework really late at night, or later. That's called procrastinating. It's waiting to do something, or doing something else instead of what you should be doing. So the grasshopper was procrastinating by playing the fiddle instead of collecting food all summer, right? So what does the word procrastinating mean? Someone raise their hand. Nicole.
That you're doing something else instead of doing what you're supposed to do.
Ooh, Nicole. Give Nicole a clap, everyone. That was perfect. All right, y'all. We are out of time. We're gonna do a little activity with some cubes that I made. And we're going to do that after ancillary. We're going to talk about the setting of the story, who my main characters are, and all of that after. But I am very proud of the work that we have done today. And now we are going to line up to go to our first ancillary music. So Eloise, you may line up first. You're our line leader. And then table 5 can line up behind her. Table. Keep walking, Kellen. Table 1 can line up. Table 2 can line up. Table 3 can line up. Table 4 can line up behind table 3. There you go, Paris, right there. Come on, friends. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Bye.
Bye. I'll see you after. I'll see you at lunch. Oh, thanks, Paris.